Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. What's up? The title say something, 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 and it's basically say Black Karens. Do you know how much you support white supremacy by not having your Black Karens? But let's pause that for one momento. And I don't know if this one momento would be 1 hour or 10 minutes, but first, let us begin with our list. Let me see if I can get down 10. Let me see if I can get down 10 forms of white supremacy. This is something I'm just thinking about as I'm sitting here with beginning this live. So I didn't write nothing down, so it's all going to be a freestyle. And if I can get 10 in quick with a breakdown, then maybe I'll go for 25. I was thinking about just spending the entire live or trying to make a list of 50 to 100 forms of white supremacy, because I want you to understand how deep this is. This river, this lake, this ocean, this water mass is way above your heads. And until you are ready to truly break away from a quarter, a half, 3/4, or a whole of this form of white supremacy, you were no different than what Kanye West said about slavery. You basically was okay with it. Because if you're okay with this white supremacy in which we live in, when we do the breakdown of, 10, maybe 25, and if we can do it in an orderly time frame, maybe we get to 50. So I'm going to start off with one. And what's this one? One form of, where's the pen at? Like I say, I wasn't even going to go in this direction of this live. This is all a freestyle, so I don't know where a pen is at. I wasn't expecting to be using a pen at this moment, though. Where the hell my pen go? I normally have one. I know I was using one the other day. I have my pad right here, so there you go. It's right underneath the pad. Bam. Okay. So I need a bigger piece of paper. Let's get a big piece of paper. We're going to take a little time, if I can do this, because I'm actually not 100% in the form right now, folks. But maybe I can boost up some energy and I can get into this form and talk about something that a lot of people are scared to talk about. Oh yeah, they looking to indict your boy Trump. So he's been indicted, and we're gonna see how this unfolds. Listen, folks, we always say, yo, how the wars really transform. Well, you watching this shit right before our eyes. We watching world wars across the seas, and we watching civil wars form right in front of your eyes. We're gonna see how this unfolds. When we say white supremacy, we have to look at all the different forms of white supremacy. You got it from your health to your food, which kind of go hand in hand. The economy, gas, tolls. So we about to get a list. So what do I want to put up there? And what do I think is going to be outcome with this Trump situation? There will be election, or there will be a civil war. It's one or two things, folks. There will be an election, or there will be a civil war. Okay, it's about to get serious. So that's why I want you to really comprehend it. This live that I'm doing right here, this broadcast I'm doing here, it's not even a live. It was a live broadcast here. This broadcast I'm doing right here, it's for those who take time out to want to learn, to move forward in the right direction without being put in the casting spell, as opposed to those people who just want to congregate and be in the in crowd. There's a lot of people that just want to be in the in crowd, and they are pretty much, put in spells. But what is this white supremacy? Let's get down a list of 25, because like I say, you folks like to be in underneath the ruling of white supremacy. So one form of white supremacy is the voting. I'm writing it down with a pen. No typing, writing. Making lines underneath the shit and everything. Maybe I do the list real fast and then I go back and evaluate each one. How about that? Because if I was evaluated, I won't be able to think of them off the top of my head because I'm freestyling. 2, cost of living. Now, cost of living is very broad. So cost of living might have to be switched up a little bit. Housing. Health. And this is no ABC order I'm doing. This is no order. It's just random. Food. Agriculture. We almost at 10. We at 6 right now. You know what I'm saying? We got 6 in right now. And the reason why I'm kind of like pausing because I'm also thinking about conversation of the ones I'm looking at. So it's like I'm trying to stay focused and think of others as I'm freestyling this. Because like I said, there's 100 that we can do forms of white supremacy. Because I didn't get into the other forms in which is not, that is, like you guys don't really get. So I'm probably going to put those in right now, the top 10. How about that? Let me see if I can get these in. Anything else? We got health, food, agriculture, got housing, agriculture. I want to say land ownership. Yeah. Lotto, gambling, and employment. Okay, so I got 10 right now. I'm gonna play with, and maybe I can put a little bit more time into it, and I can give you another 15. But we're gonna list the forms of white supremacy. So I'm trying to do a list of 25, 50, up to 100. But we might not do it all on this live. But I'm freestyling a list of forms of white supremacy. And one we have is voting, two, cost of living, three, housing, four, health, that four is health, five, food, six, agriculture, seven, land ownership, eight, through their lotto. And lottos are thrown in there because I got you guys got to understand that is the one highway of white supremacy. So then I said, not just lotto. I said I have to say gambling as well because you got casinos all over the place, and that's all ran by lotto though. All those casinos is ran by lotto, and then another form of white supremacy is employment. And when you look at each and every one of these and how our people just go form and goose step, like I should, or should I say, like ants, and you just get in line and you get in line to for your voting, and when it comes to cost of living, you just get in line so that you can receive your package, so that you can get your housing. Because, or should I say, nah? Because housing is number three. So cost of living is very important. Like I said, cost of living is one that when we talk about cost of living, it's going to be very broad because white supremacy is cost of living, and so when it comes to when it comes to cost of living, you just get in line, you just pay because gas is supposed to be in here, okay? Taxes is supposed to be in here, okay? But like I said, I threw lotto and gambling in the top 10 just because. So let me just add those now. 11, gas, 12, taxes. Because you guys just get in line to do what you gotta do. So when it comes to cost of living, we talk about pricing. And so they raise the price, they tell you put a mask on, and they tell you get in line because of COVID, and cost of living now up. You did it, you got in goose step, and now the cost of living is up. Forms of white supremacy is when they tell you what to do and you get in a goose step and you do it with no resistance. No resistance. Where's the black Karens? Where's those Fannie Lou Hamers? Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Do you think that she was chosen to be a politician, a street politician? Do you think she was chosen to be an activist? Sick and tired chose her. When are y'all gonna be sick and tired of your situations in house that's been going on of supremacy before we start worrying about Susie Q's? We gotta be sick and tired of this oppression that's been over us that got us so mad that we don't want to hear nothing from no Susie Q's. Don't be mad at the leaf, be mad at this root and forms of white supremacy. And it's sad because, like I say, for some reason, because there's no black Karens out there, no Stokeleys, no Stokely Carmichaels, we have us serving black white supremacy. No ifs, ands about it. I don't care what way you turn. Because I'm about to put a list of 25 because I'm already at 12. I done went past 10. I'm going to try and give us 25 and then maybe another day or maybe today. I don't know how I'm feeling because I can just blow through a list. I'm pretty sure I can. So let's go. Let's go. We talk about the list. We got voting, forms of white supremacy. Voting. I put cost of living, but that's a broad one. So right now I put pricing. They say, hey, you know what? Your eggs is $8. Go pay it. Shut the fuck up. And there's no resistance. Housing. When I first came out to Philly, the price of the cost of living and housing was on the low. Now they say, hey, you know what? I can't sell it to you for that price right now. Right to your face on the phone. And it's like, who you turn to? We have no resistance. It's like, we have nothing, no strength right now and where we at right now in our struggle, in our fight, in our battle, in our war. And then we expect to get a handout to come to us, and we don't even know how to build right now with what we have. And we've been had freedom. We've been had resources. We've been had power. We had money. We had a lot of stuff. When we look at us as a whole, a collective. But we are so conditioned to white supremacy. I'm trying to let really get you understand. The conditioning of white supremacy is embedded in you. It's like a brand. It's branded in you. It's branded in your mind and your heart and your soul. That you're not even conditioned to really understand that you need to do. You could have been doing for self in other ways, but no, we choose to be underneath white supremacy. So when it comes to housing, most people can't afford it, so they got to go to white supremacy and do whatever white supremacy say that you got to do so that you get your housing. And if that means that you don't really need the man because we your man, then housing controls you. White supremacy controls you. We're looking at health. White supremacy say to you, you know what? I don't care that you got bills to pay. I don't care that you got rent to pay. We're going to shut everything down because, we got this plate that we pushing. And right now we're going to shut it down. No one can move. And if you women that's in this health field is willing to help us push this agenda, we'll pay you astronomical amounts of money just to push it. And we will also call you essential workers and put you on the pedestal. And what they do? They went to white supremacy. Turned their back to what they knew was wrong and went with the flow. We are underneath white supremacy. When it comes to food, where we get it from, we don't even support of the farm system, which we've been the farmers forever. And then we don't even support the black farm system in which we had and what we should have. But because we can go to white supremacy and go to the supermarket, it's much easier. And that's because there's no black Karens, no good black Karens out there. We need the black Karens. Like I say, where are the voices? Online is not as strong as it is that's on the streets. And those that's on the streets, we can't be on the streets and you think you cover girl. Out on the streets to be on the cover girl magazine. We look at agriculture, white supremacy. And like I say, folks, you run to white supremacy. And you get mad when people tell you that you run to white supremacy. And then you want to go to the people who just want to talk about white supremacy and say, hey, they effed up. They effed up. And so that you can be in the congregation of weak cattle, all beat up, battered, and bruised by white supremacy, and you just want to hear somebody all in the farm to say, "Hey, you know, one day we going to win," but this is the problem. 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 What I'm saying to you right now is, you've been part of the problem. It's time for you now to wake up and see and stop supporting it and start rising up with some black Karens. Land ownership. When it comes to those who own land in their community, we get mad at them for defending their community and their land. And yet and still we don't have enough folks in our community that not just own land, but have the love and respect for the land itself, where it's not a dump field. We're not allowing it to be a dump field. We're not allowing it to be a drug infested. We're going to get into these topics, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, we're going to save us, because when you're talking about reparations, I'm saying that World War is around the corner. You talk about reparations, I'm saying that Civil War is around the corner. I'm saying that what we have right now, if we did the 30-day rule, the 30-day challenge, and we broke free right now and just put all hands in on deck, all funds in on deck, all resources in on deck, right now, immediate preparation, because I don't think you guys really see the severity of what's going on in the world. It's like certain individuals can create certain type of chaos, and your boy Trump and his situation and his movement that he has created, and the movement that most of the people has created a wave that I see a civil war. And so we need to rectify this problem that we have of um, idolizing and supporting white supremacy, and come together right now, because what's going on across the world, where you got China, you got Russia, you got Italy, or maybe Iran, if I'm not mistaken, one of those, Iraq, Iran, Iraq, Italy, Brazil, Africa, all coming together to form a currency, because they are tired of a certain level of white supremacy. Like I say, white supremacy is different. It was way different, folks. And once you can comprehend what it is, we've been serving it for a long time. Your boys in China be looking at us serve white supremacy. Your boys in Russia be looking at us serve white supremacy. Your boys in Africa be looking at us serve white supremacy. White supremacy is their entertainment, is their sports. Okay? White supremacy is their Hollywood. This is serious. This ain't nothing to be gaming, laughing, joking, ha ha, he ho hoing about. This ain't about calling facial looks ugly. Because what's really ugly is what's happening to us in our communities right before our eyes, and the fact that we're going to lose if we don't wake up. That's really ugly. What's ugly is that it's taking gentrification, and politicians who support gentrification. What's ugly is what the gentrification is doing to beautify our community, because we had to be pushed out first, and others had to come in for them to beautify your, or start the process of beautifying your community. They ain't beautify Brooklyn because of the black folks that was in Brooklyn. No community get beautified because of the black folks that lives in that community. So we got the lotto, gambling, employment, gas, taxes, sports, Hollywood, Broadway, fashion. And now when I say Hollywood, Hollywood is broad too, just like cost of living. Okay. So when I go through the list and break it down, it's very important. We're getting into it, folks. I'm already at 16. I'm trying to get to 25. When I get to 25, I'm gonna end the live because that's important. I was looking for the video I was watching where those two women was talking, and they was being interviewed. I was watching that live, and I don't know what happened to the live. I cannot find it on my view list, and it's sad because I wanted to go through to that video so you can hear what those women was talking about. Those two women will be your black Karens. Okay, those two women who I will identify as two black Karens. Okay, the woman that's in the avatars that's in the clip and that picture, those two women will I would be called your community black Karens that will actually be able to make a difference as well. I'm gonna tell you some funny shit. I think the women who are probably, I think the black women who would be more stronger in their community, I think they would probably be Republican women as opposed to Democratic women. Someone needs to really check that out. Right? Everyone's has their success. The party is the party. Let's just look at it on the political level. You have your Democrats. On the other side, you have your Republicans. Same party is a political party, and there's success in both parties. But I think that in the communities in which you live, if you have more black Karens, I think they will come from a Republican party. And I believe that if they had more black Karens that actually really came from a Republican party, your communities actually would be more better than what they are. I think that one issue with the party that serves the Democratic Party is that they are more lenient to crime, and that's because It's tolerated a little bit differently than your southern folks. Your, should I say your conservative folks. And by tolerating that type of crime allows certain type of values to diminish. And that's why I say that when you look at white supremacy, they know what it is. They know what it is. That's why they control it with the vote, and that's why I had to actually put that number one. So we have sports, we have Hollywood, we have Broadway, we have fashion. White supremacy control you with the fashion. I like this list. I'm gonna put the 25 list. I'm gonna broaden it, but right now I'm gonna get 25 before I end this live. Some people really can't handle strong conversation without getting so much into feelings and emotions that they think that a person is not saying something that makes sense. I don't side with either side. I could care less about either side. I'm just trying to tell the folks that the side that in the community which I live in, we must really start painting the picture properly. And in our communities, the majority of the votes going for the Democrats. And at the end of our communities don't have no real end results because we don't have no black Karens pushing that vote, pushing, making them responsible, pushing the community, pushing the police, pushing those little boys off the corner and say, who's this? Why I gotta be the woman? Because she would push the men to do what they gotta do as well. Because this ain't the time of the 80s where you taking off the black Karen. This is the time where the woman has her certain level of power, and it would be respected to see more black Karens rise up. So let me see if I can get 9 more to finish this list of 25 forms of white supremacy. One other form is tolls. You know what I mean? I mean, we can say taxes is tolls, but I mean tolls, man. Tolls is really crazy. That's a major form of white supremacy, and I want to fight that one. Fuck it, tickets. Let's keep this going. Let's keep it simple. I want to keep it very simple. I want to show you in the simplest form. So I put tolls, tickets, fashion, Broadway, sports. We got Hollywood, and I know that forms is like entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But everything's not Hollywood, so we're going to just say entertainment as well. So we're going to say the entertainment. Oh, no, we're just going to say music. Okay, music. So we got fashion, music, Hollywood, sports. We still need entertainment. Entertainment, yep. Because entertainment is like those sitcoms or those soap operas, those talk shows. So we got entertainment. So we got to get 5 more. Trying to get 5 more. That's entertainment is 20. Employment was 10. Entertainment was 20. That's amazing. Here's 21. Let's see what 21. How silly of me. How silly of me. 21 is education. Lord have mercy. How about that one, huh? Like I say, this is just a random list. My brain is all over the place. 21. Education. Isn't that a lovely number? Amazing. 20 education's all the way down to 21. I can't believe I did that. But that's how deep my mind just was spazzing out. Where education was like not even a thought because it was like that's a no brainer. 21 blackjack, baby. 21 blackjack. So 22. We got education. What's another form of white supremacy? We say voting, but then we say politics, and we didn't say throughout politics. No, we just said voting, but voting, we already know voting. If you're voting for someone, you're voting for a politician most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why I didn't make politicians. But is voting separate from politicians and politics? I don't think so. I don't think so. So let me see. We're at 22. So from here, we need to get four more forms of white supremacy. Oh my lord! Through their judicial system. Okay, okay. What the hell? Okay, now we're going jujitsu system. 23 through their military. 24 through their poison control, and through their number 25 is media. Okay, that's a lovely listen. I ain't gonna let my brain talk no more. I know, like I say, my brain's gonna give me a list of 100. But the pen and paper is right next to each other now. I just wanted to do a quick live, and I was able to do the live in 38 minutes. Okay, it's still ticking. 38 minutes. In 38 minutes, I was able to give you a list of 25 forms of white supremacy in which the black Karen is needed to stand and come to the front line and organize so we can fight the power that be. I'll give you a quick rundown, and it's amazing. Like I said, the numbers is just how the numbers came down. I was trying to figure out what number was going to be 25, and I cannot believe that I got media to be 25. So let's go with the numbers. Number one, we got voting, and this is all in some random number form. Okay, folks, random number form. It's just so beautiful. I love the way certain numbers came out at certain points because like my brain couldn't think of something and just popped and came up with the right thing. You ready, folks? Okay, now forms of white supremacy. I wrote a quick list. I got the top 25 that come to my mind. I'm voting, cost of living, such as pricing, housing. Okay, let me give you the numbers. Number one, voting. Number two, cost of living. Number three, housing. Number four, health. Number five, health or food. Number six, agriculture. Number seven, land ownership. Number eight, lotto. Number nine, gambling. Number 10, employment. 11, gas. 12, taxes. 13, sports. Forms of white supremacy. 14, Hollywood. 15, Broadway. Forms of white supremacy. 16, fashion. 17, tolls. 18, tickets. 19, music. Forms of white supremacy. 20, entertainment. 21, education. Forms of white supremacy. 22, the judicial system. Forms of white supremacy. 23, their military. 24, their poison control. Okay. And 25, their media. Look, Their poison control is amazing, folks. Forms of white supremacy, and the black Karen is needed. Where she's at. White Karen's out there doing her job. White Karen is needed to do what white Karens do for whatever white Karen's doing, whether it's for her people or whether it's for the overall people themselves. But we need some black Karens to stand for it, and we need more black men rise, original rebels, rebels. Thank you for your listening ear, your support. Have a beautiful evening. Peace.